Surds. That's what we want to do today. Such questions simplify, rationalize the denominator, show that. So we would like to learn how to do this. Let's start. To know surds, we will first need to know the squared numbers. The squared numbers are, if 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, and so on. These numbers, the 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25, are called squared numbers. We need them in surds because surds work with the square root. For example, the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of 9 is 3, and so on. So let's have a look at this table here. The numbers in red are the squared numbers. So if the question asks you what's root 100, it's just 10, because it's 10 times 10. So how will the question look like? The question will look something like this. Simplify root 50. So when you see the 50, you need to think of a squared number that goes into 50. We know 50 is 25 times 2. So 25 is a squared number. What's the square root of 25? It's 5. So instead of root 25, we write 5 outside, and then root 2 stays. So it's 25 times 2. Root 25 is 5. So it's 5 root 2. That's it. Now, let's look at another example. Root 72. So we need to think of a square number inside of 72. If you look at this, we can write 72 is equal to 36 times 2. What's root 36? It's 6. So it's going to be 6 root 2. That's how you simplify. Now, what if the question combines these together? Let's first do this. Root 50, we did it just now. It's 5 root 2. How do we do root x squared? Let's simplify it first. There's going to be 25 times 2x squared. Root 25 is 5. Root 2, we don't know, so we just write it. Root x squared is x. Here, I need to just quickly show you something. If you do have, for example, root x to the power of 4, whenever we are dealing with the root just half the power. So it's just going to be x squared. Half of 4 is x squared. Now, what if you have root x to the power of 5, for example? X to the power of 5 is x to the power of 4 times x, isn't it? Then root x to the power of 4 is x squared. So it's going to be x squared. And we don't know what's root x, so we'll just keep root x inside. That's how you deal with it. So I'll give you one more example and then we'll go to the next slide. So it was x to the power of 17, for example. It's going to be x to the power of 16 times x. Half the 16, so it's x to the power of 8, and then root x. Do you think you understand this? If you do, what's root x to the power of 7? Try this and comment your answer. Now, this question now asks you to simplify root 50 plus root 72. These are the questions we did before. Now, root 50, we did it, and we know it's 5 root 2. And root 72, we did it also, it's 6 root 2. So the root is just like a name. So this is like 5 bananas plus 6 bananas. So it's just 11 bananas. So it's 11 root 2. So the root is a name. We don't add it. we just add the coefficients, the numbers in front of it. 5 plus 6 is 11, and keep root 2. Alright, now can you please try this and comment your answer? What's root 300 plus root 27? It's very important. Pause and comment, please. Alright, I'll now do it. So as we said before, we think of a squared number inside of both of these. Root 300 is root 100 times 3. Root 27 is root 9 times 3. Root 100 is 10, so it's going to be 10 root 3. Root 9 is 3, so it's going to be 3 root 3. Sorry. So what's 10 root 3 plus 3 root 3? We will just do 10 plus 3, which is 13. So it's going to be 13 root 3. And that's it for this question. Now, what if it was like this? What if we have 5 root 3, root 300 plus 2 root 27? So we added numbers in front of them. We'll first keep the numbers, the 5 and 2. When we know root 300 is 10 root 3, we just did it. And root 27 is 3 root 3. So keep the 5 and keep the 2. So it's 5 times 10 root 3 plus 2 times 3 root 3. Now, what's 5 times 10? It's 50 root 3 plus 2 times 3 is 6 root 3. Now it's just addition. For 50 root 3 plus 6 root 3 is just 56 root 3. And that's your nice answer. Let's look at multiplying surds. So we did something like that when they give you the numbers outside, and then you can just multiply them in one surd. So like this, root 3 times root 12, we can just write them in one square root. So it's going to be root 3 times 12, which is root 36, which is 6. Easy peasy. Next. So the question asks you to multiply this. 2 root 5 times 3 root 2. What you will do is you will multiply the 2 times 3 first, and then you will multiply the root 5 times root 2. So the 2 times 3 times root 5 times root 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Root 5 times root 2 is root 10. So it's 6 root 10. Can we simplify this? No, we can't. So this is the final answer. What about 4 root 3 times 2 root 3 at root 6? Please pause and try it. Again, we multiply the numbers and then we multiply the surds. So it's going to be 8 root 18. Can we simplify this? Yes, we can. Why? Because 18 is 9 times 2 and 9 is a squared number. So it's going to be 8 times 9 root 2. Root 9 is 3, so we take the 3 outside. So it's going to be 8 times 3 root 2. If you don't know where did this 3 come from, this is just root 9. So it's going to be 8 times 3 root 2, which is 24 root 2. Now, dividing surds is similar. So if I ask you to divide root 50 divided by root 2, it's one root, and then write 50 divided by 2. 50 divided by 2 is 25, so it's root 25, which is 5. Now, let's look at this. Divide 6 root 20 by 2 root 5. Please pause and try it first. So we'll divide the numbers 6 and 2, and then we will divide the surds. So it's 6 divided by 2 times 20 divided by 5. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 20 divided by 5 is 4, so it's 3 root 4. The way I wrote it looks confusing. Let's just quickly do it here. Let's write it like this. 6 root 20. Let's write it like that. 2 root 5. So you will take these together. 6 divided by 20 by 2 is 3. And then root 20 divided by 5 is root 4. I think this is more better. And that's it. Now, let's go to do this. Root 72 divided by 8. Give it a try. So 72 divided by 8 is 9. So it's just root 9, which is 3. That's it. Now let's do some rationalizing the denominator. Whenever you have a square root or any root in the denominator, that means it's not the last answer. It's not simplified. So we need to simplify it. We multiply both top and bottom by the surds in the denominator. So there is a small rule. You don't need to memorize it, but it's better. A divided by root b is equal to a root b divided by b. Now, if the question says rationalize 1 divided by root 2, so we just multiply them by root 2 over root 2. We multiply by the denominator. All right. So when you multiply both by root 2 over root 2, 1 times root 2 is just root 2, and root 2 times root 2 is 2. So it's going to be root 2 over 2. Let's quickly talk about this here. If you have root x times root x is just always equal to x. This is important and it will help you a lot. If you want to know why, because root x is x to the power of a half, and root x again is x to the power of a half. And the law of surds, indices I mean, says if you have powers, you multiply them. So it's just going to be x to the power of a half plus a half, which is 1. So it's just x. That's why root x times root x is just x. Now let's have a look at another example. This is just not related. Forget about this. So the answer is just root 2 divided by 2. Rationalize 1 over 2 plus root 3. Now, when you have such thing in the denominator, we multiply by something called the conjugate. The conjugate is when you change this sign. If it's plus, you make it minus. And if it's minus, you make it plus. So let's see how we will do this. So we just multiplied by 2. We multiplied both the denominator and the numerator by 2 minus root 3. 2 minus root 3. This is what we do. So 1 times 2 minus root 3 is 2 minus root 3. And then it's going to be 2 plus root 3 multiplied by 2 minus root 3. Now for the denominator, you don't need to do all the expansion here, there, here, there. No, this is a lot. It's very easy. When you have such thing, the rule says if you multiply by the conjugate, just to square the first one, 2 squared, and it's always minus square the second one, root 3 squared. Root 3 times root 3 is just 3. So it's going to be 2 squared is 4. So it's 4 minus 3. This is for the denominator. Why did I do this? Because I don't want you to do all the multiplication. So let's see how will it look like. So it's going to be 2 minus root 3 divided by 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. So it's just going to be 2 minus root 3. And that's your answer. Now let's do this question here. Show that 3 divided by root 27 minus root 18 is equal to root m plus root n. Now what I will do is I'll multiply by the conjugate. But first, I'll simplify. So let's keep the 3 in the numerator. 27 is 9 times 3 and 18 is 9 times 2. So it's going to be 3 divided by root 9 times 3 instead of 27 minus root 9 times 2 instead of 18. Now root 9 is 3. So it's going to be 3 divided by, instead of root 9, I wrote 3. Instead of root 9, I wrote 3. So it gave me 3 root 3 minus 2 root 3. Now we can cancel all the 3's. So you can just get rid of this 3, and this 3. So in the numerator, we'll have 1 divided by root 3 minus root 2. Now, we must rationalize. We multiply both by the conjugate, which is root 3 plus root 2. Now, 1 times root 3 plus root 2 is just root 3 plus root 2. And then, do you remember what I just said? In the denominator, you square this. 3 squared is root 3 squared is 3. Root 2 squared is 2. So it's just 3 minus 2. So it's just going to be root 3 plus root 2, and that's your final answer. If you like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment the answers. Ask any question you have, and please attempt the worksheet I will add to the comments section. Thank you for following. Bye.